to one and all. Welcome to the official channel of Law Prep Tutorial. I'm your mentor, Harshvardhan Tripathi, and now we are closing in on CLAT 2026. 6 months are only left, and that is why, with respect to legal knowledge, I have previously given a 7 month strategy. Now, students, those who are preparing for CLAT 2026 and are deciding to begin their preparation in the month of June itself, here is the 6 month roadmap that I'm going to give you. Please make sure that this 6 month plan is not concrete and can be modified as per your time suitability, as per your strength and weaknesses, and as per as your coaching schedule or preparation schedule. However, there are certain minimum standards that we need to adhere to, that we need to adapt to, and that we need to follow if we want to score 100% accuracy in legal knowledge section. Please make sure also of this fact that legal reasoning involves certain degree of legal knowledge. What are the learnings from CLAT 2025 verdict given by the Supreme Court against CLAT consortium? It is very much clear that Supreme Court did not refrain or did not choose to deny the legal reasoning of CLAT consortium. And for that very same logic or for that very same reason, we must remember and we must know that legal knowledge is going to play a key component in CLAT 2026. However, it was only with respect to one question, that is, who has the duty and the responsibility to maintain and restore, or you can say take care for the conservation of environment. It is the responsibility of the citizens as well as the state. And that one answer was altered. But कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लॉ के जो लॉजिक्स थे वो अपन ने सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने वैलिड माने. Keeping that thing in mind, I am going to tell you what are the 6 month strategy. So before we begin, okay, let me tell you there are certain core objectives that you need to maintain. In certain core objectives, the very first objective is that you must ensure that you are able to maximize your attempts in legal section in 30 minutes. Possibly 25% of the paper is legal knowledge oriented. So that means 28 to 32 questions will be there. So you must make sure that in 30 minutes you are able to solve at least all of them. Right? So it can extend to 40 minutes. So this will be our first objective that we'll try to achieve. The second objective will be that we don't want to avoid passages even if topics are unknown, because hit and try will always help. So it is called as hit and trial basically. Hit and trial will help you because after your attempt, you got to analyze it and you got to reattempt it, and whatever topics are new or uncertain, you are going to prepare it. This is the second objective that we need to achieve. What is the third objective that we need to achieve? That we must make sure that we are scoring at least 25 in legal section. This is the third objective. So if you are able to complete first objective, second objective, in first objective you are able to increase your number of attempts, speed will be maintained, and that will take considerable amount of practice. So for that, what are the key deliverables that you need to ensure? We are going to tell you that. The second objective is to remove that fear factor, to remove that, you can say tension that current का टॉपिक आता है तो हम नहीं करते हैं, राइट? क्रिमिनल लॉ का टॉपिक आता है हमने नहीं पढ़ा है तो हम नहीं करते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है. बेसिक कॉमन सेंस को यूज करके हिट करिए. एटलीस्ट ज्यादा से ज्यादा मॉक में क्या होगा, गलत हो, लेकिन आप लर्निंग करेंगे जब आप उसको रीअटेम्प्ट करेंगे. एंड थर्ड ये है कि जब आप दोनों स्टेप्स को फॉलो करेंगे तो आपका थर्ड ऑब्जेक्टिव एटलीस्ट 25 इन लीगल सेक्शन इंश्योर हो जाएगा. तो अगले 6 मंथ्स में हमें ये इंश्योर करना ही करना है कि डी डे पे इन तीनों चीजों को हम अचीव कर पाएंगे. मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, हाउ कैन इट बी डन? सो वेरी फर्स्ट इज, प्लीज रिमेंबर that static syllabus is going to be the key component. Most important ones include law of tort, contract, law of crime, and constitutional law. Where has CLAT consortium given heavy impetus, huge focus? Lately, contract law always is important in CLAT. Give more focus on contract law. Second, constitutional law. Priority wise contract, second is constitution, then third is law of contort, and fourth is law of crime. CLAT consortium since 2020 is not asking much questions on law of crime. Whatever questions are coming on law of crime are coming on basics, which includes general explanations and general exceptions, and for that matter, theories of punishment. Also, any current affairs topic from law of crime with respect to arrest and bail and powers of police. All of this have appeared. There is also one branch of law of crime which was coming before 2020, which we call as evidence law. However, evidence law related questions have not appeared recently, but since it was asked before 2020, which means this also continues to be a part of law of crime and is important. In miscellaneous law, we have seen the concept of res judicata to appear in CLAT. In miscellaneous law, we have seen personal laws, which includes Hindu Succession Act and Hindu Marriage Act, to have appeared basically, which I remember to the best of my memory, twice. So primarily, these subjects are more important. So you will try to finish off the static syllabus of these four areas first. I'm telling you this, I believe this is not visible, but you can zoom in. You can get what I'm trying to say. If you will do the past year paper analysis yourself, you will come to the same conclusion that I'm trying to tell you. Before you believe any piece of advice, please do a thorough research of past year papers by your own self to come to a rational conclusion. Followed by this, complete the static syllabus theory books by 15th August, and that is your Independence Day. So by 15th August, if you are done with the theory syllabus of all these basic four subjects, you will feel a sense of relief and basically you will be free. Now from August 15th till your examination day, we are going to focus on practice books, we are going to focus on mock analysis, we are going to focus on contemporary legal issues more. Third is that please try to solve your legal knowledge passages 3 days in a week. 3 days in a week. Do not try to do it daily because apparently it can't be done, because one day theory, second day practice, one day theory, second day practice, one day theory, second day practice is very, very crucial, which I believe you people are already doing. There has to be a practice time given of at least 2 hours right now from June onwards, which means, sir, do we need to do a time bound manner preparation? My personal advice is, while you are practicing passages from your books, do not keep timer on, because those practice sets or practice questions are to build up your fundamentals, are to make you realize, analyze what are your weak areas. So please don't practice at your home in time bound manner, but while you attempt mocks or while you appear sectionals, always remember that time discipline is the key for CLAT. So attempt your mocks in time-bound manner, but while you are practicing your practice books or sectional tests at home, let's not do it within time-based manner. But yeah, minimum sitting time should be 1 hour, because we need to analyze, reattempt, and sort of things which are involved in. So one day practice, one day theory, one day practice, one day theory, 3 days in a week. At fourth, focus on Supreme Court related judgments more. Let's not focus on High Court related judgments. And what are the Supreme Court judgments that you should focus on more? So these are the subjects based on which any Supreme Court judgment which is appearing should be focused. I mean, put into focus and should be thoroughly read. You don't have to read the rationale behind the judgment. You just have to read the basic concepts emanating from those judgments, which are basically, you can say, sometimes appearing in text and context of the Hindu, sometimes appearing in explained portion of Indian Express. And to your amazement, if you will check daily legal current affairs of law prep tutorial available on free resources, you can find a plethora of information of legal knowledge on that website itself. So you don't have to hover around. Also, you know that we have Legal Express magazine available in the LPT portal, which you can access and read. I have received, and we have, in fact, LPT has received a lot of demand for one-shot legal express solutions. Very soon, we are going to come forward to that. If you really want one-shot legal express solution or a video on that, do let us know in the comment section so that we are able to understand इसकी demand कितनी ज़्यादा है और हम आपको जल्दी से जल्दी provide कर पाएंगे. After this, what is the timeline for the targets? So by August, please complete your static syllabus. By September, try to stabilize legal section score between 26 and 28. By October, revise all legal current affairs. Make shorthand notes from Legal Express. You don't have to do it every day, you have to do it in the month of October. So it is important that you have read entire Legal Express until then. In November, revisit all legal sections from mocks. Go through them again and again. CLAT Express also has a lot of legal news. Go through that. Legal Express and practice as many sectional tests as you can. Basically, by the month of November, what eccentrically has to be done is 3 mocks a week. 3 mocks a week. And trust me, Law Prep Tutorial is going to give you huge number of mocks other than their main mocks in the month of November, which you will find are sourced from static as well as legal current affairs. So this is the timeline and the targets that you have. What are some of the important judgments until June, from January to June? So however, this list is a tentative list. It's not a fixed list. There are n number of topics. I can give you more, but as of now, there are 9 judgments which I see are important with respect to legal current affairs. Number 1, there is a right to privacy of adolescents in relation to POCSO Act. Juvenile Justice Act has already appeared in CLAT. POCSO has also appeared in CLAT and continues to remain important. So you will try to relate this right to privacy of adolescent related judgment related to POCSO. There is a second judgment, Supreme Court ruling on the power of the governor, which is related to constitutional law, which has time period has been decided by Supreme Court, and basically the Parliament is saying that Supreme Court cannot do that. So this judgment, these 2 judgments are very important. Third is Supreme Court decision on publicly declaring assets by judges. So you know there is a cash found in judges' residence, in judges' premises, and all of that is there in the news. So publicly declaring assets by the judges, how Supreme Court judicial accountability is ensured by this decision, we are going to focus on that. There is a National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission has dismissed a lawsuit by Wazir X on cryptocurrency regulation. So cryptocurrency regulation is not clear in India, and that is why Wazir X case was dismissed. Now crypto currency, or you can say technology, Bitcoin, right, blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, it has appeared in GK section of CLAT, which means that CLAT gives importance to this particular thing. So if there is any regulation or a law related thing, obviously we are going to focus on that. Supreme Court on Senior Citizens Act 2007, it's related to miscellaneous laws. Please try to read that. What is the difference between preparation for an offense versus attempt to commit an offense? There is a Supreme Court judgment with respect to rape. It is related to criminal law, and Supreme Court is involved in this. So please try to read this. How preparation is different from attempt. Why the excess challenged government order under Section 79 of the IT Act? It's basically related to miscellaneous law, but it is also related to Constitution, it is also related to fundamental rights, Article 19, so on and so forth. This particular thing, the Section 79, right, safe harbor provision for social media intermediaries, that X is not, social media intermediaries are not responsible for the content published on them, as they are not the publisher, as they are not the originators of that information. Why X has refused to follow a government order? All of this can be understood from this point of view. It has appeared in CLAT. Shreya Singhal case, Section 66A of IT Act continues to remain important. So focus on that also. Supreme Court had stayed an order of Lokpal against a High Court judge over corruption. Now this topic has dual role. It is important for GK section. It is important for legal section. What exactly is Lokpal? Why it has included judges, whether judges are included under the definition of public officers, government servants, so on and so forth. All of that debate is there. It is related to obviously constitutional law, because there are other attributes which you will come to know, that a public servant cannot be booked under FIR without prior inquiry or prior sanction by the government. And this particular entire concept is covered under the concept of sovereign immunity. Okay, sovereign immunity. So, sovereign immunity and not including judges under the definition of public servants, and judges can't be booked under Prevention of Corruption Act, and all of that is included. So, you will try to focus on that as well. And ninth, adultery continues to remain a moral wrong, though not an offence under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Supreme Court has stated that adultery can still be a ground in civil disputes. So adultery continues to remain to be a ground to seek divorce. But for adultery, partners or persons who are associated with partners in adultery cannot be punished. So again, this is related to criminal law and all of this. So what I have tried to basically decode here is that we are focusing only on those judgments. We are focusing from point 1 till point 9. We are focusing on only those judgments which are associated with our static syllabus. I can give you more list. I can give you more number of topics. You can extensively use Google. You can extensively use AI tools. You can extensively use our material, CLAT Express, Legal Express. You can extensively use the guidance by our legal teachers across LPT centers to know more about it, right? And accordingly, if proper demand will be generated by students, I can give you more number of topics that you can prepare. Having said that, that's all that we need to keep in mind in 6 months time period, and that is how we are going to make sure that we are able to secure at least 90% accuracy in legal knowledge section. Well, that's all from my side. This was Harshvardhan Tripathi. It was nice having you on board. I am pretty much sure that there is always a learning out of these sessions that you get. And if you want more, do let me know in the comment section. All the very best. See you guys in the next.